We are the church, so let's be the church. I walk by faith, and not by sight. I walk by faith, and not by sight. Cause I could do all things through Christ that strengthen me, cause I am strong.
I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me, cause I am strong.
I am the church. You are the church. We are the church, so let's be the church.
I am the church. You are the church. We are the church, so let's be the church.
I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll ease your mind. I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll make you shine. Cause I am the church, I am the church, I am the church, I am the church.
You are the church, you are the church, you are the church, you are the church.
Cast all your anxieties on him because he cared. Peter 1 loved us in delight in evil, it rejoiced with truth. Cause I am the church, I am the church, I am the church, I am the church.
You are the church, you are the church, you are the church, you are the church. Rejoice in the Lord always. Say it again, rejoice. Brother, sister, rejoice in the Lord always. Ain't no trouble for me to write it again. I'll say it again and again.
And if you got a problem with what he said, go read Philippians, cause I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll ease your mind. I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll make you shine. Cause I am the church. I am the church. I am the church. I am the church.
You are the church. You are the church. You are the church. You are the church.
I am beautiful. I'm healthy. I'm strong. Cause I am the church. I am the church. I am the church.
I am powerful. I'm humble. I'm grateful. You are the church.
I could do all things through Christ that strengthen me cause I am strong. I could do all things through Christ that strengthen me cause I am strong. I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
Lord, they know not what they do to us. Please don't convict them.
Lord, they know not what they do to us. Please don't convict them.
Anybody, I'm the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church. I walk by faith. And not by sight. I walk by faith. And not by sight. Cause I could do all things through Christ that strengthen me cause I am strong.
I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me cause I am strong.
I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
I am the church.
I am the church.
You are the church.
You are the church.
We are the church. So let's be the church.
I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll ease your mind. I'ma give you a couple of affirmations that'll make you shine. Cause I am the church. I am the church. I am the church. I am the church.
You are the church. You are the church. You are the church. You are the church.
Cast all your anxieties on him because he cared. Peter 1 loved us in delight in evil. It rejoiced with truth. Cause I am the church. I am the church. I am the church. I am the church.
You are the church. You are the...
Say that again. Yes. Okay. So guys, what's going on? I want to play this clip. I thought it was very fitting from when Trayon was on my show, and then we are going to go from there. If you yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm trying to see where it's at. I wonder, is it sharing? Is it showing? So, guys, what is going on, guys? I really wanted to come live today just to touch on. I've been receiving a lot of inboxes. I've been receiving a lot of inquiries about, Trayon White situation and everything of that nature. What I wanted to do is just provide a platform that we, the community, can just come on and talk. Is a lot of hurt hearts. Is a lot of people feeling like they have something to say. I've paid attention to your posts. I've paid attention to certain things. It took me a couple of times to really get to the point where, yes, I could have just made a statement. I could have just said something real quick. Most of all, I wanted to provide us, the community, a place where we can come on, we can share what's on our hearts. And this is like a loving and free community. Okay. Let's not forget the things that we've been through to get to. Okay. So I will cut you off. Okay. If we're not here, we're not the judge, we're not the jury. It's a lot to this situation that's bigger than me. I am not I'm not a newscast, I'm not a journalist. I've always been a part of Ward 8 community. I was born and raised there. So my why is just to kind of come through and show some love to, you know, just this situation. Give some grace. We don't know what we don't know. If you have not done your homework, please do your homework. I'm not going into details as of yet. This thing is bigger than me, bigger than you. So right now, I know a lot of our hearts are aching, and I just wanted to, um, if this is support video, whatever it turns out to be, even if it's just whatever, I just wanted to provide a platform that we can come on, talk, and just show our whole hearts. And we do have someone here waiting. Let's see. I'm gonna add them to the stage. Hello, Robin.
Oh my goodness. Hi, B.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well, and I don't know if you sing the rules or not, but all cameras are supposed to be on.
Oh my God. I didn't see the rules, but I wasn't trying to
But
join. I was
because I think what a lot of people don't know is I did kind of, and I want to say this, it was no ill malice to me providing this platform, that I did pre-pick certain individuals to come up and join me here, and I was very strategic about that. This is not a bash Trayon situation. This is, we love you. This is, we don't know how to feel. This is what's next. This is, most of all, just we figuring it out. So again, I could have just said something very simple, but it'll be everything that I'm not about. Like, I'm about the community. I'm about showing love. I'm about all of that. Robin, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I absolutely agree wholeheartedly.
You know
Everything
what
you
I'm talking
said.
about. Like
Yes.
I literally have the chills when I'm talking because I mean, it's a lot of us that love Trayon, and if I can get this video clip to play, it was so fitting. You know how the devil want to work. But welcome, Robin, to the Busy with Me show. I wish I could see your beautiful face. I miss you, chocolate.
I
So
miss you too. I miss you too. We have to link up.
definitely. So what you want to share with us today?
I don't really have any thoughts as of yet. I'm just here for information, I can say. See, what everyone has to say, and just kind of engaging with, again, our Ward 8, because I love us as a whole, along with everyone else, but specifically Ward 8.
Okay. So I will say today I'm purposely not, no, trust me, I've been up all night. I've been fighting with myself, Robin. I said, should I do something like this? Um, and I've been praying on it. I've been doing the research. Like I've read everything. I've seen everything with my own eyes. But what I will not do is it's too early, to like really give allegedly my perception, what I read. I am encouraging people to let the time go. Now tonight is just more so support. I know in our community a lot of times we don't do research.
That's a fact.
No,
That is a fact.
we don't do our own research. And, one thing about the Busy with Me show is that I was always about providing a platform, whether we was, I had moms on there that lost their kids and things of that nature. I wanted us to be able to tell our story. So tonight, I've seen so much on social media of people from Ward 8 and people from where we're from, and people want to speak. So I was hoping to just get people to come up that really just want to speak out, want to share their truths in a peaceful, respectful manner. Okay. Um, Again, you have to comment. If you aren't following me on the YouTube channel, you may want to get over there. I don't know how it shows up on all the other platforms, as far as how it shows up. But tell me a story about Trey. Tell me a story about Trayon that you want the world to know. Because a lot of times, and the reason why I'm saying this because when people going through things, we forget that human side of them, the person that we fell in love with, the person that's been out there, fighting for the community, the first one on the scene type of thing. Do you got a personal story that you would like to share?
I do not have a personal story that I would like to share, but I have watched him get into these communities and come out when called for different situations. And now it's just kind of interesting to see what the community would do when he needs, just support, because he has been there to support in different instances, especially in crime, in high crime areas where there were, let's say, children murdered senselessly, things like that. I have definitely seen him come out in many of those cases and show love and support when, let's say, the mayor has not, and it's a lot of teen violence in the area, in Washington, D.C. area as a whole, a lot of children violence. We're not even going to say teen, just a lot of underage violence, and a lot of children are being murdered young and younger. They are the murderers and they are the victims,
Hmm.
younger and younger, you
Younger.
know. And he does come out and show face and speak to the families and show love. And, if anything else, I just appreciate that.
We all do. I mean, we all do. And I really, it was, I was fighting with myself because I see the heart in him. and I know where I'm from, right? So when you know where you from, you know that we already was dealt not such a good hand, right?
Absolutely.
We wasn't dealt good cards, you right? And so I really, I really, like I said, I spent a lot of time in prayer. I spent a lot of time in just like, how would I approach this, my dear friend? And it's out of love that I really, like I said, I was inspired by all the pour out on social media, and I have this platform. So let's talk about it. And Trayon has always been the first on the scene. The first on the scene, walking with Marion Barry, walking with William Lockridge, just in the community. And I'm just like, when I first start seeing him on his mission, I was like, okay, Trey, never knowing where it was going. Um, but I'm just, even in this time, I'm not mad because I remember where I came from. Like, what would I have done? With an opportunity.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I'm just saying, like, we all just one check away. Like, so it's just, woo, we already dealt such a card that is short, and I feel like it's a lot of hands in this pot. And then before we get to a point where we judging and we criticizing, we need to just let things play out, let things play out.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, I had this video clip that I really wanted to play. It was just so good, but I can't get it up here. It was just, and I made sure I had it playing before I even went live. But give me a second. Stay up here with me, Robin. Hold on. I'm typing in the when I'm looking down, I'm like the producer, I'm everything. I'm getting it done over here. Okay. Robin, remember we used to can show up at the studio and just go to work?
I remember. Believe me, I remember.
Make comment. I'm typing in the thing. But I also, hold on, let's see. I just really don't know. The crazy part is I had all of this stuff up. This is the stuff I don't want to share is popping up. But so you guys heard my why. My why I'm doing this show tonight is just to give us a platform to just speak freely. We not the judge, we not the jury, but we are here to speak freely. I will not be posting court documents or anything like that. I got a great response from people just wanting to come up, wanting to have their voices heard. And that was really my motivation behind all of this. So guys, leave your comments in the comment section. You can also go view from off of the YouTube channel, the Instagram channel, Facebook channel. I don't know where you're joining me. I know YouTube is more just right here for me. So I do have some people coming. I'm excited. I do have some people coming up with me. More than Robin. I love you, love you, love you. Like, I want you to stay right here. I'm trying to work on this. Hold on. Let's see. I've been saying we not the judge or the jury. This is not that platform. If you coming to look for, us to do that over here on this channel, we are not. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to place it here. And let's see. I think you can do it like that. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it like that. So, I'm gonna say, I did say we want to remember where we come from. What position? I mean, I think about the position he could have been in or may have been in to even get to this point that he was in. Hey, I'm gonna bring hold on, Robin. I'm gonna add Kevin to the stage. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Thank you for joining me tonight.
No problem.
And like I was saying before you got here, this is, this is just a platform where we are we just sharing our feelings. We just sharing, how we feel. We not going too in detail. We are not the judge or the jury here over here in this loving and free community. It's a lot of us that love Trayon. It's a lot of us that love on him. And we are just here to show love tonight. And I mean, that's it. Which tell me how you feel.
Um, so honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed because reading the information, it kind of shows some organizations that were supposed to be doing some things in the community that probably was not happening to the fullest degree. And for a person in my position, who I am a owner of a nonprofit as well, it's hard for me to get, funding. It's hard for me to get grants. It's hard for me to get stuff so I can kind of run some of the programs that we want to do, even in our program. Like right now, we're doing a toiletry drive, but we're funding it ourselves. I mean, we have had some donations from people, which we extremely are happy about. But when I look at the amount of money that some of these programs was getting and the amount of money that was just being flooded to our community, but wasn't in our community. It's just, I ain't gonna lie, it's disheartening for me because I'm out here struggling trying to get money for my own programs, and it's hard for me to get it. So, just going through the affidavit, reading it, getting all the information, learning all of everything that's going on. Because when I first heard about it, and I saw that they said the FBI arrested him, I was like, oh, wait a minute, the FBI. So this ain't like DC police. This ain't like, FBI. When the alphabet people come and get you, that means they've been looking at you for a while.
Mm.
9 times out of 10, that means, I saw people, posting, stuff on social media. A couple people was like, oh, this was in June. And when you open up that affidavit and start reading it, and when that FBI person start talking about, who he was, how long he been with the FBI, and then they say, this investigation started in 2016. I was like, oh, this is, okay, this is
Oh, okay.
more deep than what I thought it was. I mean, this ain't nothing fly by night. And then as you go through the information, you keep reading because it was a 34-page document, and I went through the whole document.
I definitely went through the whole document all night. I really did. I went through the document. It kept me up. I was praying about it. Should I even, go into it? Should I, because I feel like we so early on that it's about to unlock, and it's bigger than Trayon, So
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think as people who grew up in DC, specifically Ward 8, um, it, to go through the document and then start reading and then see him, it was like, what? Wait a minute, whoa!
I had to take a couple of
It,
breaks.
I came out on my patio like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute.
I took a couple of breaks, but
Like, I mean, I do feel bad. I hope he come out on the other side like I wrote on your page.
mm-hmm.
But I do feel like to a degree, even with us not really fully knowing what's going on, it does take us a step back. And I'm talking about War 8 because we have been striving. We've been looking for that leader since Marion Barry, right? We've been looking for that person that's going to get us over the hump. And I think this kind of takes us back a little bit, especially when you look and you read and you understand what the details of are in this affidavit. And it's just and again, like you said, it ain't like we, passing judgment. It's not like we just looking at what we see in black and white. And it's tough. It's tough to look at.
Whew. I mean, it's definitely tough to watch. It's definitely tough, being so close. He is, like family. I watched him blossom into this person that he is. And I just feel like, he did something, prejudgment or wrong judgment. but are we going to condemn him as the community, knowing where we from, how we are behind, how we way behind?
Yeah.
And I feel like when we think about, being in that situation, coming from the dirt, starting from nothing, we are only now in situations where our kids don't have to start from nothing. So I'm coming from that directions of it all. But yes, it's very disheartening. Like after reading the affidavit, that he's just one small fish. Like he's a small fish, but he kind of big because he big to us. You know what I'm saying? And our hearts are hurting. You know what I'm saying? In that way. But it goes back to, the Murray and Berry days. Only Murray and Berry addiction was crack. That was the thing during that day. And I just think even with, when I think about it, what would you do? Not saying you specifically in that situation, where you are afforded, all of this, money, or with not a lot to me, to be honest. But if you was afforded this opportunity, what would you do? So
It's I mean, it's tough because I feel like, at 46 years old, I've been through a lot to get out of Southeast.
yeah,
And when I say to get out of Southeast, that's not that ain't no easy feat, because growing up in DC in general was really tough in my era. And I can only speak for the era that I grew up.
your speak for your Let me know your because we got like a couple of different generations on the call right now.
I can only speak for my era. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in the '90s, coming in and out of Ballou, and now fast forward to be living in South Florida is a blessing in disguise to me, because Florida has really, advanced me a lot that I even thought I was gonna get. Like I'm getting a lot of opportunities. It's just coming to Florida has helped me a lot, right? And so I just feel like the struggles that we had to go through in Southeast, a lot of people, documentary. Like I just watched the documentary about daughters, and it was crazy to see Six and Chesapeake in the documentary, where the little girl was walking towards the carry out at the store, and Henley was right there on the corner. I'm like, damn, that's my stepping ground. So it's so much tragedy in the area, but then there's so much, positivity that people trying to bring to the area as well. And it's just tough trying to get out of there. But I can't really say what would I do in that situation, because honestly, I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Yeah, not when you have so much.
I've been through so much, and and I'm not saying people don't care, but I care enough to operate in a way where it's going to simply impact the people, and not necessarily me looking to, get some type of kickback or get some type of lining in my pocket. Because at the end of the day, everybody know karma come back either tomorrow, next week.
It comes. It comes. I want you to stay right there with it, right? I want you to stay right there with it because I want to pick up. I'm taking my notes. Trust me, okay? I got my notes, but I want you to stay right there with it because I want to kind of pick up right there. I don't want to go too far to the end. I want to give this young brother a chance to introduce himself. And like I said, I was very strategic with sending out the invite to joining me on this platform. And I just want to be clear about that. I was very, very strategic. This is not a bash. This is just the beginning. I was praying. I didn't know if I was out of order. I don't know. But I do know that I've been busy with B for over 4 to 5 years. And I've been that community podcast for the DMV. And I know that. So I wanted to just provide us a platform that was safe, that we can just get these feelings out. Okay. So let me hear from you. Unmute yourself. Stay right here. You still on the screen, Captain. Stay with us.
Okay.
Khalid,
Hello. Hi.
welcome to the Busy with B show. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
We are fine. You are one of the youngest people that I invited on the show today. So please tell me, I've seen you, with Trayon, rolling with him, How has this impacted you? And what do you want to share with us today?
Um, I can really say that this has hit very heavy, specifically for me because, like you mentioned, even within a little time, me and Trayon has gotten like super close. I can text him no matter what time, call him up anytime. Dude is willing to, see about whatever it is. I can text him and see, if it's an event I'm having, he's there front line of support. So it definitely hit heavy for me reading it because the funny thing is, prior to the event taking place, me and him was actually talking that same day, like within the less than like 3 hours of it happening. I literally just got out of church and we playing Connect Four on iMessage, and literally he go about his business. I'm hit you up, little bro, later, and I'm in a meeting. Next thing you know, when I get out of it, I see my timeline is flooded. I'm like, oh Lord. Um, so instantly, what I do is I go into prayer because I don't know if it's real or what. And then it didn't really just start hitting until yesterday because, like, seeing the different paperwork and seeing what people are saying in news outlets, and there was even a news article that was saying the time we could possibly get. And so when I saw that, I was like, yo, my heart really goes out because this is someone I'm close to. This is our leader within the Ward 8 area. This is the person who is there for everybody. And then one of the things that really upset me was the amount of people who instantly went against him because of what they saw. We out of all the good that he do for the community, we allowed the bad thing to outweigh it all. We understand what accountability is and understand responsibility. However, we are a group of people who are not to condemn him. We shouldn't be here condemning him and bashing him for what he did, rather than lifting him up, keeping him in prayer, rather than actually, like, not bashing him, but more so just keeping whatever we got to ourselves because it's we're I don't know.
Well, you do know. You've said a lot and in a beautiful way. So you definitely know how you feel. Let's acknowledge that. Um, what will be something that because the crazy part is, like, you're in this generation. You are actually been you was raised where I grew up on 6th Street, Southeast, watching you grow from this little thing to this man. I'm super duper proud. I know you're going to do amazing things in the community. And I say this to say that reading all that you read, um, you understand the human part of it all. He's
Yeah.
human. And I just feel like it's more to come. I think it's really, really early. So I think what is some takeaways for you? Is that too much to ask? Like, what is some takeaways from you for you in this situation?
Mainly just it'll be mainly, I would say, dependent, what it don't even matter the outcome of it, but I'll just say integrity is one of the biggest things that I'm taking away. Integrity, accountability, and then being responsible. Because if that was the case, or if it, whatever it may be, at the end of the day, let's be real. He has a job. He is called to a purpose, and he has something that he's supposed to do. But if this is the case, he stepped out of line. He stepped out of line, and I'm willing, me being someone who's close to him and really supporting him, I can acknowledge he stepped out of line. And my biggest takeaway would be simply, no matter what, just stay to integrity. We're not here for no other thing but the people. We're not here for, what they say, the money and all that. We're here for the people. This is the responsibility that we're called to do. So simply integrity, doing the right thing despite who's looking.
I love that. Kevin, do you have anything for our young, look, up and coming leader of the community one day? I see it for him.
I mean, he used the word that I was thinking when he was talking, and it was integrity, and that's the main word that I can think of because, I mean, of course, responsibility, to your job and the oath that you took as an official of DC, but integrity would be a great word because you show a lack of that if this is true. If these things really happen, if you did do the things that this affidavit is saying you did, it is a lack of integrity.
Yeah.
And so it's not like using feelings, it's not using emotions, it's using what we see in this document, right? And so that document led me to other documents. That document led me to other things. Like it just took me down a rabbit hole last night because I just didn't know, all of this was going on. And why would you know? I mean, it's not something that you're privy to. It's not something that this information is given to you. You know what I mean? And then I have, people that I'm still connected to in DC that I still partner with, I do things with, and people that still just reach out to me. So, when I saw this, like he said, I was leaving BWI flying back here to Fort Lauderdale to drop my daughter off. When I landed, my phone, I'm like, what's going on? And then when I see FBI arrested Trayon White, I'm like, what? FBI? What? But then I start getting inboxes from people who are close to that circle, not necessarily his circle, but close to the government circle. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff that I was getting, I didn't want to post online because that's not my style. But some of the stuff that I was able to, digest last night, it was one, revealing. It was two, educational for me, and three, like he said, it was just disappointing because the lack of integrity of what's going on in the city, it was hurtful. It was hurtful. I'll just say that it was hurtful.
It was definitely hurtful. It definitely was, for me. So I don't have cable, guys. Don't judge me. I stream everything. So I'm always out of the loop and maybe purposely for spiritual reasons. But I just received a phone call. And then I dived down in a rabbit hole of just finding out what's going on. And I mean, I think, I've been up because I jumped into saying I'm gonna provide this platform. I just jumped right into it. I mean, Kevin, Khalik, I was just like, I'm gonna provide this platform. And then I said, well, who is God? Is this me? Or are you telling me to do this? So then after I said that, I prayed and I was up all night. I'm reading the affidavit, I'm reading certain things. I just think it's too early because it's so much, it's so bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? He was a pawn, or a piece. I won't even say a pawn, but he was a piece. And and being in the election year and stuff like that, you just like, why now? Like when you look at everything, you can see that it started what I want to say 2016, where it goes back as far as what 2016, Kevin, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you look at that, because I thought originally, I'm like, okay, July. You can see things in there that just says July, and then it goes to, right there. And I'm like, oh, this is too quick, and it's just a lot. And I just really wanted to, and I'm sure this won't be the last time this won't be the last time that I kind of cover this. Maybe as 6 months down the road and things down the road, when we understand that it's bigger than him, this goes to this goes to a lot of different government offices. Okay. So it's bigger than him, and now it's just like you got to wrap your mind around what's next, because you got to think he never would have been put out of office. Let's talk about it. Okay, we voted for him wherever. I mean, like, just let's talk about good, bad, or indifferent. He had majority vote for Ward 8 community. Good, bad, if you liked, don't like, whatever it was, he has majority vote. People gonna come out and vote for Trayon White. And that's just that. So now we are here. And now we are facing a time where, things are going to change. More than likely, we aren't, things are going to change. And we need to be thinking like, what's next? Who's next? Maybe. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun. Again, this, I'm just speaking freely. So again, things are going to change. So we need to be thinking, what's next? Who's next? You got anything to add to that?
I had a conversation with somebody, and they basically was like, this politics, this is what they do. This is how, things get done, and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, it's hard for me to agree with that, even though if that's the case, because I don't know. But it's hard for me to agree with that because things like this will come back. And when they come back just like this. So it takes me back to the young man's word integrity. That I mean, is tough. I mean, and again, to go back to what I said earlier, it kind of takes us backwards a little bit because we've been moving forward with him. He been in the community. I mean, I've been, I've been to a few events where he was there. I mean, but I've seen him, and I mean, I just had people that I was saying, talking to where he was at a function, a family reunion. He just did the go-go war ceremony. He was just on Fox 5. I mean, he's our spokesperson for Ward 8. So
He's our spokesperson.
yeah, so
But I'm just saying, like, more so, he's definitely our spokesperson. He's somebody we love. We know he's gonna show up. I'm saying, does this 1, 2, 3, or 4 acts discredit what he's been to the community and who he really is? I just feel like, you can have, you can integrity. We that's our word of the night. We clear on that. We know that. We know he's passionate. He loves what he do.
absolutely,
It got to a point where, he made a bad choice. Now, how do we move forward? Are we condemning him in this?
no,
Will we stand by him? Like, because definitely, are we saying hold your head up? You from straight from Southeast, we've been built a bad hand our whole life. We started from nothing, and that, trust me, I know like Trey in that way. We had nothing. Okay, now we at a point where most of us, like what you're in Florida, I wish I could be still in the city. You know what I'm saying? Khalik is growing and up and coming. He's going to do amazing things. I'm saying we start from nothing, literally. We start from welfare, bad hands, money. We taught that money is just everything. You got money, you got everything. Drugs wasn't our problem because our parents did it in the 70s and 80s. Okay, so most of my generation, Trayon generation, we not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? We on the chase the money, and I just want to stress the fact that we come from nothing, and I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, right? And I'm just speaking
I'm
for.
just playing devil advocate. That's it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but when I'm gonna speak for myself, but not necessarily for him. But we have similar things that we've done in our past. So I graduated from high school. I went to college. I started a business. When you do certain things and you achieve certain things, you gotta leave. How the Bible say? When you become a man, or when you do as a child, and then when you become an adult, you get rid of your childish ways. That's just what it is. It's just some things that you have to leave alone and not do anymore. So I mean, for me, honestly, I don't know. I just feel like, some stuff we got to be able to not do any longer and leave it alone and move forward to do bigger and better things from where we are and where we came from. So I mean, and I know trials come up. I know things happen. For some reason, I I was just thinking about this phrase that come up with money is the root to all evil, and it's almost like that is a strong uh soliloquy right now, because that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, when you look at some of the things that was said, oh man, I need 10, all I got is 5. I'm just like, oh my God. Like I'm reading it and I'm like, I can't believe I'm reading this. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like, even though you come from one thing, and I mean, it's another term that I would like to use, it's not about where you from, it's about where you at.
It's about where you at. It's about the legacy you want to leave behind. That's one of the things that what's your legacy? You know what I'm saying? And I think like when it comes to a lot of black leaders that's in politics, you know what I'm saying? And that once we get to a point that we understand that we can't always move and do some of the things that other people, this is really, I mean, and this is just me just throwing it out there, okay? Because that's what I'm here to do. This is really a white collar crime. Okay. This is normally like a white collar crime. And recently, a Caucasian, kind of in the same lines. Okay. Do your work, do your research and all of that. I mean, 5 years.
But a
on
white
the
But a white collar crime ain't the only crime for white people.
No,
White
it's not.
mean,
It's
it's
not. But
the
when they
type of consequence you get after the fact, So, I mean, listen, I did my time in jail. It was a place that I devoted myself to never going back. I'm gonna just say that.
who wants to go? But you gotta think, uh, he's never probably been to jail. Never, he's always been out here frontline community. So it's tough to watch. It's tough to see. But I just want to say, like, I wanted just to provide this platform so that we can come on
Yep.
and talk about it.
I,
Come on, and most of all, just talk
oh,
about it and speak freely.
when you talked earlier, I could tell it was on your heart. So, I mean, you
You
got
could tell it was on my heart.
to.
I
I love him, and I just know that he's going through a time,
yeah.
and I just don't want nobody out there to feel like they can be throwing rocks and throwing their hand, because what if they was on such a platform? Like, what if their secrets was revealed? Like, how would that look? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your secret? Like, I feel like as a girl growing up in Southeast, and I just want to share this, growing up, it wasn't that I was different from the person that got caught. You know what I'm saying? I've done things, I can't say I've never been to jail, but it was just like a stolen identity thing. But I just more so say I'm not that different. It's just that, I had a praying godmother, grandmother, you know how they say in that way. It's just we just one step away, we one move away, and that's the only point that I'm making. We're no different from the people that get caught. That's all I'm saying, and you know what I mean by that, Kevin. You know what I mean, Khalid. You know what I mean by that.
Absolutely.
We know different. We have to make these choices growing up, and I get it. We grown now, like, so it's certain things we should not be doing. But I'm telling you, growing up, how we did, we was already way behind. Slave mentality. Money, money, money. That's what we need. That's what we need. So I just feel like
And back to your question, I think the only way we'll be able to like overcome this would be if us as the community was to put aside our feelings, concerning the event, whether it be negative or whatever, and actually say, you know what, we're here for the community. We know Ward 8 has been evolved. We're able, because of most of it, because of Councilmember White. Ward 8 has been really a good. We still got crime here and there, but either way, for youth like me, he provides a lot of opportunities for us. He do, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So we can't take away. So I don't believe that him, going in or doing whatever he did is going to take away from, his work. But I do believe it's going to take away from him as an individual, because many, so far from what I'm hearing, is people are saying he chose money over the war. I really don't believe so, because knowing him, knowing his, if you're someone who actually knows his heart, and even in the head, one of the headlines, I saw the money that he so-called had, it was put right back into the Department of Youth and Recreation Services. The money that from whatever, I forgot what article was, but the money that he had, I saw it was put back. So either way, that just go to show that he's here for the people, he here for us. So I believe the only way we're gonna move forward is if we don't take away from none of that and simply say, you know what, we got to keep moving. We got to keep moving.
Kevin.
I agree. I mean, I agree with him. I mean, our nonprofit is not one that is, one and done. You know what I mean? Like, we want to help for the foreseeable future. You know what I mean? Like, if I had people that I can think about who helped me and when I needed it, and it's a lot of youth that need help, and so if I can give you an opportunity not to go through what I went through, that's what I want to do. If it's just talking to you, if it's just picking you up, taking you somewhere that you need to go, if it's giving you toiletry items, if it's giving you clothes, bus ticket, whatever small thing I can do to let you know is people out here that care about you. That's what I want to do, and we have to move the community forward. Now it seems like we kind of have to move it forward without the thought process of him being the lead in that, and we have to kind of figure out who's going to take the helm now. Even though this is not, all the way done.
It's not all the way done, but thinking about Trayon not being there it was still an adjustment when Murray, transitioned out of that position, and when he transitioned back. I just feel like it's not done. It's not over. Like I said again, I fought with myself, and I was just like, "Is this premature? Am I doing this too soon?" Again, this was not about anything but just providing us the space to just talk, just like we doing. But thinking about the future without Trey, in that war and how he shows up, I think I really want to see someone that is passionate, that can relate, that that's the emotional side of her.
I mean, even in playing sports, and I hate to put it this way, but even in playing sports, next man up.
Okay.
It's next man up. You know what I mean? I mean, because it's not people in the community that's not doing the similar work, but's not getting the accolades or the shine.
They're not getting the accolades. They not getting this. They not getting the spotlight. They not getting the shine. I get that. I respect that too. Because again, it's time to really. Again, I had to be like, I had to I had to give myself a pep talk. Like, oh, I don't give a. Because I really wanted to come on and just be able to speak freely. Like I said, I could have just said what I said on my social media platforms, but God has given me a great following, a great community, what I'm saying, that's been behind me from the start. And I just felt like, Trey's been a part of my community, and he's never going to stop. Whenever you don't turn your back when the roads get down. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to Trey and overcoming this, but it's bigger than him, and I love him, and it's just simple as that. And I'm really just praying for him, even before I did this, I'm just like, hey Trey, I'm gonna go live, and it's not that I sent it to him personally or anything like that, but it's just, that's my heart. It was just like, I'm gonna do a live. I have an audience, and I don't want for 1 second to think that I take this for granted. Yeah.
I think the young man that we got on here now, it could be some motivation for him, and also a way of staying obedient, mastering integrity, and just keeping it going. So it's not like we can't have somebody who may step in and do it. I mean, somebody can step in and do it.
Somebody can step in and do it.
Somebody can step in and do it, because guess what? We cannot stop. We can't stop the progression. We cannot stop the motivation that we've gotten from him, and we can't let up. So it's going to be those that have to pick up that torch and keep going. Period.
And look, he did it. He picked up the torch from Murray, William Lockridge. He's picked up that torch. He's been a pillar of, I think he's even taken it a step further than what Murray did. Maybe because I was more in tune with this generation. But Khalik, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you do as you continue to rise. And to just real quick, just tell this audience just a little bit about you, and just like some of the amazing things that you do in the community. And most of all, y'all, he loves God. Okay, so go ahead and you got the floor a little bit.
So I'm now a senior at Thurgood Marshall Academy. I'm the Student Government Association president. Now I serve on the State Board of Education as a student representative. I have to get sworn in sometime next week. I'm a part of the Youth Steering Committee for School Talk DC. And I'm just simply mainly an advocate for young people, working closely with, ward council member Trayon and a variety of other city leaders, simply to amplify the voice of youth and show them that, we also in this generation who's growing up, we have a voice. I grew up in the generation that's literally stealing cars and doing all that extra stuff. I'm in that generation, but luckily I had a praying mother and a supportive one, who was willing to tell me no a lot of times that I couldn't do certain things. So, um, but yeah, I'm mainly just here to advocate for youth who feel that they are voiceless, and show that we too are also doing some good things. And the same person who come from, the struggle of this thing, can make something good out of it. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. It's all God.
We gotta keep it going one way or the other, man. Like you ain't on your own when you talk about you grew up in the generation where people steal cars. I stole cars. I was in the streets. I sold drugs. I carried guns. Shit, I carried guns to school.
Mm,
You know, I mean, it's no it when we gonna talk, we got to talk from here. We can't keep talking from trying to impress people. We got to let people know this is how we live,
yeah.
right? So when you know where you come from and you understand where you want to go, you understand how you need to navigate to where you want to go. So certain people got to cut them off. Certain
Yes, sir.
situations you can't put yourself in. It's just a lot of learning as you go. You know what I'm saying? So only thing I can tell you is, if mom's got you prayed up, keep that in your circle. Prayer is very powerful. A
Yes,
lot of
sir.
people, think that it is, but it's very powerful. And I appreciate you even bringing that up because a lot of people, tend to shun away from that. You know what I mean? Which is whatever. But I mean, I'm hoping that you continue to do what you're doing and be successful at it, and don't let others sway or persuade what you're doing. As long as it's definitely coming from your heart or what you want to do, keep doing it. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not just saying this because I'm on the show, but if you see my information, you want to holler at me when we get offline, I can give you some tips and some suggestions. You know what I mean? Because I've been you. You know,
Yes, sir.
I when I was your age, I couldn't come out and say what you just said, right? Because it would look, oh, I'm corny. But now, as a grown man, I wish I could have did or been involved with some of the stuff that you probably will be getting involved in soon back then. But life comes full circle sometimes, and all I would say is, man, just keep going, be positive, and when it's time to release from some people, it's okay to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all, I was working on trying to cue this video up. That's why I kept on removing myself from the screen. I think it was so profound, what Trayon said on an interview that was on my show. So I was working on trying to cue that up. And I'm so mad because I made sure everything was queued up before I came on, but you know how the universe works sometimes.
Stream y'all. You just gotta go in they back office and just get on them, man. That's all. They
I'm
they
just like
they good
everything
about
was queued up.
yeah, just get on them because when I did this and had stream y'all, I had to inbox them, email them, and all that. But they real good about letting you know what you got to do. The only thing I would say is go right from your router
Mm.
versus your laptop. You know what I'm saying? Right from your router, and it'll the signal will be a lot stronger.
And it's like it's not even a signal. I'm just saying what happened to the video that I had. And it's like I'm so scared to click on stuff because I don't want to lose y'all. I
Right,
don't want to lose anything. But
right.
it's such an amazing video. And I kind of wanted you
What,
guys.
what did he say? What did he say in the video?
And basically he was just saying, I asked him, my question to him was saying, how do you deal with the critics? And how do you deal with the people not liking you? And he said, I view them as motivation. He
Yeah,
said, and
yeah,
then he said, I just, hold my head up. Like it was just Trayon. Trayon kind of finessed these words and all of that, but it was just empowering. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I asked that question before something like this even happened. Okay. But it was just amazing to watch him answer. I'm gonna make sure that I put that up as an intro to this video for the playback before we even get into anything else. But I really do appreciate you guys coming up here, being bold enough, because this is scary. Okay. I mean, I was scared. Like when I started, I was like, oh, I just want, you know, or whatever. I really did not, because it's so bigger than us that I didn't want to just dive into certain things. And Kevin, you always bring out that muscle sometimes. Like people don't know how long we've known each other.
Man, we have a right to speak how we feel, and we are the people. You know what I mean?
We are the people.
Yeah.
Like, and so one of my my intro song is a song that I really love. And I really wanted to set the tone with that. But like you said, we are the people. And it's called like We Are the Church. But I'm saying all of that to say that I will always appreciate you. Thank you for being, thank you all. Robin came up here with me, and Khalik. Like, what people don't know, like people really think I just sent like this link out to like everybody. And I did not. Okay. I was very strategic about what I did. Okay. I did not. I wanted to make sure that this was a safe environment where we can come up and we can talk and we can speak freely.
I,
And we was
I wasn't. Oh,
uh
wasn't expecting it at all.
what?
I wasn't expecting this at all. When I saw the post and then I talked to you, I wasn't. I mean, this is. It wasn't something that I woke up and was like. So it wasn't like something that was pre-planned, so to speak.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, like last night, I had got I was tired of getting phone calls, first of all. And then I was like, okay, I got this platform. All right, whatever. And then I was just like, okay, it was lit on my heart. And then I said, okay, but I couldn't do nothing without praying. So that's what people don't understand. So then I was like, okay, I need to pull this. I need to pull that. I barely slept out. Like I really barely slept. And but I was up, and I'm always waking up doing watch hours. Some would get that, some would not. But I was reading, and I was just like, God, should I do this? Because the one thing I didn't want to do is feel like okay, I'm busy with be doing this for cloud, or busy with be, I didn't want to curry that. I wasn't, and it was just like, look, how can I say I love my community, I love my people, and my community is hurting, my community is crying out, everybody got something to say. And yeah, I was expecting more people to be bolder, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I was, like I said, very strategic with who I sent this link out to and some of the things I did. But I'm happy that you guys were able to come up with me, and just shout out to you. And it just shows, it really shows. Kevin, you've always been a menace to society to me in a good way, though.
Yeah.
It's such a good way that's like a rebel.
Yeah.
So I will always like appreciate that. And I always like, even when I first started out in this, I was just like, Kevin, come on. Like I didn't quite know who I was in this, So it's just like when people see like my brothers in this, because this is a predominantly male thing. You don't see a lot, well, more women doing this now. But it's just yeah, at the time when I started, it wasn't a lot of me, women doing this thing. So to be able to call on you, and for you to hold me down in such a way, always, because this was tough, because you was like, I was like, look, I'm not going into, this is too early, I'm not going into detail, I'm not doing all of that. Like we need to start doing that research for ourselves. So that was important.
I mean, I'm always listen. I'm always gonna be here for those, who can get valuable insight from me. I'm not no. I don't look at myself as somebody that is. So I'm gonna just say this: when I first started my podcast back in 2018, my first podcast was about a young woman, Micaiah Wilson, and so that you gonna remember because we did
I did that Macau Wilson show. You know how I did my podcasts and how I loved on, Mikhail Wilson was one of my biggest shows. I will never forget that. The love that family poured into me, and just it was surprising. I can relate. I stopped covering those kind of shows because it was so heavy to me. It was my heart was aching, and it was just like, how can I help these moms? I can't just have these shows and then send them home. Like I wanted more,
But
and I think,
that's the part I'm talking about, though. It was motivation for me to stop saying, I'm gonna stop being quiet.
yeah,
In my mind, and that's what I meant. I mean, that situation sparked real talk with the six man, and really got me start, talking about what was on my heart. And then here we are in 2023. I mean 2024, and I still got people following me, and I got a couple people be like, man, when you gonna do your next show? I'll be like, man, I got so much going on, but it's just, just keep doing what you're doing.
yeah,
As long as you feel right, just keep doing what you're doing, B. You got
I
my.
like that.
If you need any advice, if you ever want me to come on, you already know. All you gotta do is text me, and I'm there. I mean, it is what it is.
Khalik, do you want to add anything? Welcome again. Like, I love you. Look, I watched you grow up. I can't say I changed your pampers. I didn't go that far, but I definitely watched you grow up. I'm so proud of the God in you. Your soul. Do you have anything you want to leave this busy will be audience with?
Just keep praying. That's I'm thankful to be able to, sit up here and talk from, the younger generation. Y'all the young generation, but we the
No,
younger.
no, no, no. Let's
I
just drop your age real quick.
appreciate that. I appreciate.
A little 16. So
I mean, and love God, love His community. He's out here already, so he's already ahead of the crowd, and I think we need to recognize that you're already ahead of the crowd. And when you look at Black brothers, Black young men, we know it's different out here. Super proud of you, Robin. You joined me first. I got to give you some love. Are you still there?
Of course, I'm still here.
I love you. Do you want to leave us with anything beautiful?
No, I think the panel was good. Young man, I wish you the best. You are our future. Do everything that you need to do to carry on and carry us. I'm proud of you.
Curry on and curry yes. That was beautiful.
Carry on and carry us. I like that.
I like that too. So, guys, Busy will be on Thursday. This season has always just been about self-love, self-healing. It looks so different from when I first started, Kevin. When I first started, it was about it was just about entrepreneurs. You'll get some of this, some of that. You never knew.
Professional over there. You looking real professional.
I'm just saying, I'm in a place where now it's just about, self love, self healing. I'm in that season and I will continue to grow. So, guys, I will be traveling to Atlanta September the 7th. I will be giving a I'm moving into motivational speaking, Kevin. Look how I have grown. Okay.
That's
So I will be speaking in Atlanta on September the 7th, guys. Right now I have one show going, and also Kevin, also you guys should know that I am growing the Buzywithb brand into the Buzywithb network. So I will be able to help you guys stream your podcast. Okay. I do all the good work. I'm not expensive at all. I remember how it was when I started. We can do virtual, we can do on site, and we can discuss prices. Because don't try to get down later. Okay. You need to get down now. Okay. Become a part of the Buzywithb network and grow and glow with me. So that's all I got. That's all I got. I
right.
appreciate you guys so much. We
we,
love you, Trey. We're praying for you regardless. We're praying for you. And I'm sure this is a topic that we will discuss. This is really unfolding for not just us, but it's bigger than it's big.
Yeah.
It's big. Okay. It's big. So yeah, just know. I mean, look, we done had great leaders from Marion Barry.
Yeah.
I mean, like people that speak out, speak against, and it kind of a rebel, like go against the grain. Like just know Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. He even tried to he tried to go with the flow, and it still ain't work. So I'm just saying, like, just know that when you got great leaders and you got them leaders have a voice, and those leaders have a following. You know, Malcolm X did his fingers like this, and everybody went that way. You know, and I'm sure Trayon has that same power. So I'm just saying we are not condemning you here. We love you. It is what it is. We're not judging. Everybody on this call, like I said, was strategically picked. That part. Okay. So we love you. Okay. I hope to see you guys on Thursday night at 7:30. Ladies, this season is for us. Okay. Men, every now and again, maybe I'll hit you guys up to weigh in.
Okay.
I'm a little biased. Okay. But we love you here. And thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.